Thank you for joining us on a beautiful day, and we have a wonderful guest in studio for the Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. Megan Micheli joins us. Megan, it's wonderful to see you here, and it's nice to know that Chamber CEO Billy Crapo's enjoying a little deserved R&R.
A little downtime.
Yes, very nice. So we are literally taking a breath in between all the fun summer events the Chamber's accomplished.
I was going to say, it was just go, 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 but it's the Chambers, so we're still going to go.
Yep, we have a whole season of fun fall, and then before you know it, holiday events coming up. And then anybody who's been following this program, might wonder from time to time, well, first of all, there's chamber membership, which there are so many benefits to that, Megan. And
there are.
And that you and your team of Katie's, that's what you really dedicate yourselves to, recruiting new chamber members, but then retaining the ones that we have.
Oh, 100%. Because, of course, if you know anything about having a chamber of commerce in your community, it's that it's really our goal to make sure that our local economy is doing well. Therefore, if our businesses are doing well, no matter how big or how small, then that usually correlates with how well our economy is doing as well. So that's why we're here.
Elko Area Chamber membership is open, and the Chamber serves as the voice of business. It is an election year, so there'll be more of that coming and going, and a lot more conversation again as we get back into, usually after Labor Day, things start to pick up in that arena. Yes.
Yeah, everyone's like, okay, it is back to school, and everyone really gets down into the program.
Yes. So speaking of everything we're going to be talking about today, you can find online at elkonevada.com. That is one of the most popular websites, hands down, for anybody that wants to know anything about Elko, Nevada. So super popular. So I guess we should dive right in with tonight's special event.
Yes. So we're actually going to be doing business after hours. If you don't know, and this is your first time joining us or hearing about this event, it is a free, open to the public event meant to be a networking opportunity, not just for local businesses, but also for community members. It's designed to get you into some of these local area businesses that maybe you've been curious about or want to know services, or just even seeing the space that they're in or meeting the people that are a part of that, maybe all of the above. But that's really what it's about. And it's really getting that firsthand information in person. So we are going to be over with Stewart Title and Robin Hood Realty at 810 Idaho Street. So just right there on our main thoroughfare of Idaho Street. And we're going to be looking at both of these businesses. The thing about these business after hours is that there's usually a trifecta. There's food, there's beverages, and there are giveaways. For our catering this evening, I've heard a little birdie say that we are going to have Ode's Mediterranean, as well as the Underground Speakeasy Lounge, which is one of our newer businesses here in town who are going to be giving into that as well. And then when you arrive at this particular business after hours at 5:30 p.m. this evening, please join us. We are actually going to head in. You're going to be able to tour Robin Hood Realty, and then Stewart Title. We're actually going to head into their basement area, which is going to be a really cool experience. They still have their physical filing system and the special filing system that they have for these titles. I think I even saw like a microfiche, machine down there and everything. So it's going to be really interesting, and you're going to get to meet some really amazing people who are doing these kind of services for us locally.
Business after hours.
After hours.
Yeah, after hours. I'm so used to business before hours, but we have business after hours too. 810 Idaho Street. Just look for the happy people, and it's 5:30 to 7. And the great thing is you don't have to be a chamber member. It's a great recruiting tool.
Yes, absolutely. Even if you're just curious about seeing what that function looks like, or meeting with the chamber and finding out what it is that we do in a personal capacity, it's a fantastic opportunity for that.
5:30 tonight. That's business after hours, 810 Idaho Street. Thanks again to Robin Hood Realty and Stewart Title for hosting this very special Elko Area Chamber event. And then I know this week you launched the first in a series of what are called Lunch and Learns, and this is an emphasis on social media, Megan?
Yes, so we just completed, and if you were not able to join us, we actually have a YouTube channel that you can visit. Just search Elko Area Chamber. You're going to find us. And we load a video of the Lunch and Learns to that. And this one we're doing a series of 3 in social media. And this one was the first to kick off. And I believe that they were kind of going over more so the basics of starting that business page and what tools are handy when utilizing that.
It's really a great resource. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to know the pitfalls as well as the advantages, of which there are many. And this is a nice opportunity. And again, Lunch and Learn, from what I recall, Megan, is not just for chamber members either. Usually it's open to the public.
It's usually open and it's free to the public as well. We meet over at the Sherman Station, so that log cabin there on Idaho Street, upstairs. And again, you get to see another part of one of these older buildings here in town, and you get to join us for hopefully some really good information. And we're in fact going to be having another Lunch and Learn this next week on August 20th. And this one, our guest is going to be First 5 Nevada and the Children's Cabinet. They're really emphasizing how important early care and education is in children 0 to 5 years old. And really how important it is to our economic vitality in our communities. So that's really where that's coming into play. And they really would like to invite you to hear about these. If you know someone maybe with children with those ages, we heartily invite you to come and join us. Maybe you want some more information. You can always get a hold of us for that. But we're going to do that, I believe that's Tuesday, August 20th, from noon to 1:30 p.m. upstairs in the Sherman Station. Bring some lunch with you.
Yeah. Bring your brown bag.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And enjoy that presentation. Again, this is all aggregated by Elko Area Chamber, chamber members, concerned business people. The chamber is the voice of business in our community, and these are great opportunities to learn more about what some of the most important social or economic issues are in the community with the Lunch and Learn series. And I did want to touch back a bit, Megan, because I know when you mentioned Sherman Station, it reminded me what a fantastic turnout and amazing community support for the Sherman dinner last month.
Yes, absolutely. That was very, very exciting. Sherman Station, being able to call that the home of the oldest chamber in Nevada is very exciting. It's a point of pride, I think, being able to go to work and knowing that that's where I get to work. So it's very exciting for us on that part. And just being able to have the support for making sure that that building and its surrounding buildings stay, not just for us and the local businesses, but for any visitors to our area or even our local community to be able to enjoy and have that history. I mean, it really is. We really thank you for that.
It's a nice treasure. I know the Northeastern Nevada Museum appreciates being neighbors with you. And the museum, in fact, has been sharing some historic photos, Megan, of when that whole Sherman Station, the 2-story log buildings, hand-hewn logs that were, hand-driven by teams of horses down from the Rubies, and then the complex of log buildings, the stable and the creamery, the schoolhouse. All those buildings were relocated from about 60 miles away.
In the Huntington Valley. And yes, you're correct. Hewn Ruby Mountain pine, utilized by Valentine Walther. And it took him 7 years to build this, and it was finished in 1903. And they, of course, brought it in, if you've heard the stories or seen the photos, all in one piece, because they said that he had a special way of tonguing and grooving the logs so that they didn't want to mess with the structure of the building because they were afraid they weren't going to be able to put it back together again.
Oh, it is such a treasure, and now we can share it right here on Idaho Street. And the Sherman dinner proceeds benefit the upkeep because, again, when you have something historical like that, it needs some special attention.
Absolutely. Some of our projects, we just recently painted the trim. We repaired the barn door, got that painted and looking pretty. And we are really looking into how to replace the roofs on the outer buildings, which were sod. And of course, if you know natural elements, birds just love it. And it's just really deteriorated. So we're really looking into that major project and how to make sure that, again, like you said, we are able to keep these standing for, another 100 years.
So thanks again to everybody who participated, all the various business sponsors and just the attendees. It was huge, the Sherman dinner. So you're only as good as your last show, right, Megan?
That's true. That's true.
So other things we're looking forward to either this month or coming up in the season.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be here before we know it. That fall season, and then we're right into the holiday season, and it's crazy. I feel like I just got into 2024.
Yes. And I know that at least one of your Katies really looks forward to the pumpkin patch and the season of
Yes, she's going to be doing the pumpkin festival, her annual pumpkin festival. And yes, that's going to be out in Lamoille. No, she's been working really hard. Very excited. You're going to see some new faces, I think, out there this year along with, just the great wholesome family fun that's going to be had as it is. So yes, you're definitely going to want to join for that.
And then we know that if people listening are interested in becoming more active members, maybe you've served as a volunteer, you've been to a few events, maybe you're new in business, maybe you're retired in business, but you're always looking for diverse people to serve on the board of directors.
Yes. We actually have our board elections that are going to be coming up here very quickly. In fact, we're accepting candidate forms now if you are interested and feel that it is your calling to get on our board and you have ideas, or even you want to know the inner, workings of our board and see about, contributing to that and being passionate, of course, about our community and our businesses. Then we want you. We do. And if you want more information, you can always get a hold of us. Of course, Billy is out of town at the moment, but we would be happy to get you as much information as possible and get you on that road. We're asking that all candidates who are looking to run for the board turn in their paperwork by October 11th. So we got some time, but it'll be here before we know it. And then shortly after that, we'll get the election going. And we will conclude that on November 8th at 4 p.m.
Wow, Megan, it sounds great. And you really have had some fantastic board members,
yes.
Past, present, future. And obviously the current board is doing all this heavy lifting. But it really does take a village of business people when you have a chamber of commerce that I think you're close to 700 members now.
Yes, we are very excited in the fact that we have a successful chamber and having 700 or so members. Of course, constantly trying to grow, but also maintain what it is that we do so that everyone is getting that exemplary service from us. I always tell members, I'm like, it's like you have 4 employees, but they're not at the workplace, but we're just in your back pocket. So
yeah, and in your backyard and in your neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Helping spread the good word about the Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. And if you are looking forward to, things like events or activities, the Chamber is a great place to go to kind of check in, because we know we have the Elko County Fair coming up. We have the Balloon Festival. I know tomorrow night is Night at the Races. That's Communities and Schools fundraiser.
That is right. It is here.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
This
happens already. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing too, is that we are also a great resource because these businesses are members. They funnel these events to us. So elkonevada.com, at Elko Area Chamber for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're constantly just trying to update that information. I believe another event that's going to be going on, I believe Lori Ayala over at A Plus Total Care is doing a give back event as well. And so, there's constantly things going on. And if you're maybe not finding being in the know, maybe just keep us in your back pocket.
Yes, definitely. The Elko Area Chamber is a perfect resource. They can help you. You can send your event to events@elkonevada.com. I know the Elko Convention Center is a wonderful partner, and Annette and Michelle, the staff over there, Megan, you all work so closely together because you're so passionate about what you do and you complement each other. They just finished up PopCon, and what an amazing event again.
Absolutely. It's second year, and look how amazing it's going. Along the same vein, the Robin Hood Renaissance Fair is going to be coming up this next month as well. So, being able to be Elko and to have these kind of events going on, it's very exciting.
And we get to talk a little bit about theater. I mean, because we've got some time. Billy's away and we're in between events.
But the actors will play.
Yes, definitely. I mean, what fun. Silver Stage Players, and the wonderful summer show that they did at Elko High School. Have to say, what an experience, because that's a perfect example of a lot of things going on. Yes. Here you were playing Constance in Good Night, Desdemona, Good Morning, Juliet. And we had not one, but 2 weekends of festivals, music festivals going on at the fairgrounds.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's I think really wonderful for the community to be able to have to really deliberate about what it is that they're going to be doing on the weekend or even during the week as it is. So being able to do that, it's very exciting.
Yep. Passionate about our theater. I saw where the group at Stage Door, proud chamber member,
yes,
Emily Anderson, she's written some more original work and they're going to be putting that up here pretty soon.
I was going to say October is, a theater's time to shine. I feel like it's really within the wheelhouse. So yeah, there's going to be several shows that are going to be going up. Silver Stage Players, Ghostlight Productions, The Stage Door, all I believe have things on the agenda. I've even heard rumors going with Overland and Great Basin College theaters. So it's like, okay, keep your ears and eyes open, because if you haven't had like a theater experience, and not every theater experience is in an actual theater, of course, Poem Pints, which is going to be coming up here soon for Silver Stage Players in October, actually occurs at the Duncan Little Creek Gallery and Gallery Bar. So, I mean, literally theater it can happen anywhere.
We love that pop-up theater and using unexpected spaces like that. That's a beautiful example. And you should see Megan's face. She's lovely anyway, but she just lights up when she talks about theater. And we even have movable theater. The the Downtown Business Association does the ghost tour.
The ghost tours, which are fantastic as well. I've had the privilege of being able to participate in that as well. And that not only is, being able to see talented actors bring real local stories to life, and that to me just makes it so much fun, especially around the spooky season.
I think it was last year. Derek Burwell makes such a funny cowboy.
Oh my goodness.
That was great.
No.
Yes. Oh, so a little bit of humor. Again, thanks Jan Peterson, our local historian, for pulling all that together. I'm sure she is frantically working on that now, but just an example. And you're right, Overland Stage, which is going to be in conjunction with GBC, and I think it's safe to say, because it's being talked about publicly, but Chicago is the spring show.
Yeah, I feel.
Oh,
no. It's like another Les Mis moment for me.
Absolutely.
So, oh yeah. So yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out for those auditions.
It happens soon. And so again, keep your chops in shape, get out there, do your leg lifts, keep singing and keep practicing your craft. Mm-hmm. I know that Great Basin College is a wonderful place for people of all levels and interest and talents, people who want to work behind the scenes, to get a start there. And registration is underway. They are having an instant enrollment day right now. So
yes,
you head up there. And then Elko High School is doing amazing things.
Yes. Oh, yes, they are. I just keep track of them because I just love all the things that they're doing in that space.
Thank you, Jeannie Hoskins, and everybody who supported that beautiful space. And I'm so happy, Megan, that you and Caleb, your littles, are going to be able to be in theater if they want to when they're in high school. Because I know that our daughter said, hey, that's a really nice space. They didn't have that when I was in high school. So yeah, so it's okay.
Well, and I can honestly say I've been acting since I was 6 years old. They had summer drama workshops during the summers, and that's kind of how I got hooked. I found and learned like a lot of skills. It's like sports. It's like any really great extracurricular that's going to get you wonderful leadership, multitude of skill sets, work ethic, things of that variety. And of course, if you are interested in theater, I'd say reach out, because it doesn't matter if you have experience or if you don't have experience. Theater people are just very, very excited for anyone who is willing to learn or even just passionate about the process as it is.
Oh, Megan Micheli, thank you so much. You're so generous and such a wonderful talent. And this has certainly given you tremendous poise, and it really plays out in your position with the Elko Area Chamber. So we got our plug in for theater. We knew we would. We cannot avoid talking about, because again, there are just so many incredible opportunities for people, for players, and lots of great talent, which is so exciting. So, yes. So I guess we can move back on. Do we have things on your list?
Definitely circle back around to the chamber. I mean, not that it's not all chamber related.
It's
in the
true.
end.
Yes, because we are. We're promoting events. We're improving the quality of life, attracting people who come here. I saw where even Reno, I think they're copying Pone Pines. I think they're trying to do something like that.
I mean, I don't know if it's a copy. I mean, but we did celebrate 10 years of the project. I should say 10 sessions. I don't think it's a literal 10 years, but definitely 10 sessions that we've accomplished this past year. So
yeah,
you never know. You never know.
Pretty cool. So what else have we got on the list for the chamber?
So if you weren't able to join us just a little bit earlier as we were talking about business after hours, we are going to be doing what's also called business before hours. We have 2 opportunities a month for these networking, free, open to the public opportunities to get into some of these spaces here that are local. And next month's Business Before Hours is going to be over at the University of Nevada, Reno's Cooperative Extension Office. And so we're going to be over there on September 12th at 8 a.m. Fantastic way to start the morning. Come get a coffee fix. And if you head over to 701 Walnut Street, which is where their offices are located, go on in, and we're going to be in their inner courtyard area. So we're going to get that hopefully last outside hurrah before, the colder weather probably starts settling in. And we're going to just, again, it's that trifecta. It's that food, it's coffee, and it's some giveaways, and also a lot of great information, not just from local community members, but of course our hosting business as well, or our organization, that can give us more inside scoop as to what they are offering through their office. And I believe that the School of Medicine will also be representing as well through there.
Oh, nice. So again, they do such a great job at UNR Extension. That'll be a wonderful business before hours on September 12th. You said the date was?
Yes,
okay,
September
perfect.
12th, Thursday, September 12th.
All right. So we'll keep reminding folks of that. Again, those are free. It's a local outreach. It's a chance to stay connected in your community. And again, just find all these people doing all kinds of amazing things.
Absolutely.
I went to your website even just before today's program, and you can find a lot of resources linked there, Megan. So for example, Northeastern Nevada Regional Development Authority, and that gets you your statewide gateway, for example, and then find out about federal programs.
Absolutely. So there's NNRDA, also RNDC, some things that they are doing through their offices. It's not just, that wonderful I-80 fund that, of course, they're doing to helping businesses get off the ground or to boost their own business. But also they offer some home programs as well. If you are needing assistance with weatherization or rehabilitation in any capacity, they have programs for that as well, and they're kind of hand in hand with NNRDA, of course, on their offices and their office spaces. So yes,
find those links right there online. And again, if that's not all, you can check out all the opportunities that are afforded Elko Area Chamber members, and then just the benefits that come to us because we live in a community with such an amazing chamber, supporting local businesses where we learn, live, work, and play with the Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. I guess we can probably do one more plug to take us to the top of the hour, and that might be for chamber checks, right, Megan?
Absolutely. So that is probably one of our longest running programs, over 20 years now, keeping about $12 million locally. That chamber check program, you've maybe either received a chamber check or, maybe have used a chamber check in our community. And that's really what those are about, is keeping our money in a local capacity. And you can spend them in so many locations. You can get your groceries. You can take yourself to a nice restaurant here in town. You can buy that special gift either for yourself or for somebody else. And we have a list of those at elkonevada.com, as if you've ever been curious about, well, where do I spend these even? Or, is it worth maybe giving an attaboy to my employees for, doing such a wonderful job? So they're really great in that capacity as well.
Chamber checks support the local economy, Megan, in such a great way because you can spend them, as you said, they're just like gift certificates. It's dollar for dollar. The Chamber redeems them that way. You can choose to shop locally, and that circulates the resources we have within our community, supports our nonprofit, supports our local youth and sports efforts. It's just a great way, and we appreciate all of the businesses that invest in Chamber checks each and every year. So thanks again, Megan, for everything you bring to the program. We're almost there at the top of the hour, and I don't know, you have a favorite Marvel character? Or?
I would actually plug a couple of things. Next Home Infinity Realty is actually going to be wrapping up what they're doing. They are going to be helping with our local animal shelter, and they are collecting treats for the animals. They had actually asked, well, wouldn't you rather give them food or something of that variety? And after talking with those who work at the shelter, they had actually said, we get food, we get toys, we get these kind of donations, but the thing that we don't get are the dog treats.
Aww.
Or like those treats for the animals. So that's something that they are working on. You can find more information, but this is the last day I believe that they're going to be doing it. So, just in case. Also, if you haven't heard, they're going to be doing a 90s party for the Elko Realtors Association has chosen their nonprofit beneficiary for the year, and it's going to be Kairos Recovery. So that is going to be happening here soon as well. They're going to be doing their annual auction. It's a quarter auction. So if you've never experienced one of those things before. So again, we have a lot of events that are coming up. Make sure you visit elkonevada.com, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, find us on YouTube, and you will be in the know.
Yay, Megan. Thank you so much. Megan Micheli, again, our guest today, Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. Visit Megan, visit Katie Bockham, visit Katie Ashley, any of your local professionals with the Elko Area Chamber. You will find expert service and wonderful enthusiasm and so much knowledge about this community. And we'll let Billy have a break until next week or so, right?
Absolutely.
All right. We got you handled, Billy. Thanks again, listeners, for joining us for Elko Live today here on KELK. We appreciate you.